And welcome to Tea and Conversation, where every cup of tea brings meaningful dialogue, fresh perspective, and conversation that matters. Yes, I am your host, Candy Lowe, and I am glad that you are joining us in this space where we will inform, inspire, and empower and connect our community through honest discussion, real experiences, and voices that deserve to be heard. So go ahead on, guys, and grab that cup of coffee, tea, whatever you like, and settle in with me and my special guest this morning, Angela Birdsong. Good morning, sis. How you doing?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I was thinking last night when I first met you was in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. We sat at the same table at the Toba breakfast. You remember
Martin Luther
that?
King, Martin Luther King
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah, so that's how long we've known each other, and it has been an amazing friendship throughout the
Journey.
year. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm always really happy. You are one of the few that still have their mother at our age, and I do too. My mother and your mother. Did she just turn 101?
She will be 101 years young next month,
Yeah, I knew it was
August.
coming up.
Mhm.
I knew it was coming
She's a
up.
miracle. She's a walking miracle.
Yes, she is. She's a beautiful lady, and thank you so much for sharing her with us on all the social media
Still a
platforms.
classical pianist, still playing.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just joining us, I have on with me Angela Birdsong, and Angela is the president of the Hillsborough County Democratic Black Caucus here in the city of Tampa, and has been doing some amazing things in the city. And I want to start off with, I just want to give you uh, a big applause on the Democratic Black Caucus political forum that you just had put together with your team. How amazing that was. It was standing room only in the city over at C. Blythe Andrews Library. And there was a number of candidates that was there as well. It looked like it was the largest that the Hillsborough County Democratic Party has ever had in the city. And I have been to a number of them. Give us a little bit about that. What was the temperature of the room? Representative Diane Hart was the moderator that did a fantastic job as well.
Big thanks to Diane, Representative Diane Hart, because she promoted it so well. And the community really came together. One thing I love about working with Black voters is that all they want is the information. And they knew that they were going to come and they were going to get educated on each candidate, what district they were running in. Because as you had mentioned before to me, that our districts changed, especially the congressional districts, due to redistricting by the Republican governors, which all throughout the South, due to the Supreme Court decision, they went around ripping up all of our districts, all of our Black districts and Democratic districts. So we had to, the community really wanted the information and the candidates really came out. So I was very, very pleased.
Hmm. And with the redistricting, how are you and the Democratic Black Caucus letting the different areas know? Like Representative Kathy Castor is not in some of those areas now. There's another candidate that is running in some of those areas, making people aware of. Because I'm used to Representative Kathy Castor representing certain areas. So how are you all getting that information out to let people know that it's different now in some of those areas?
Well, this is one of the reasons why we promote vote by mail, because it's very
Mhm.
important that you see your ballot before you go to the polls. This way, you can do some research. You can call the Black Caucus. You can look at exactly what candidates are on your ballot. Doesn't matter what's on somebody else's ballot. It matters what's on your ballot. If there's a candidate on there and you don't recognize their name, then you need to do some research. And we are a resource for you. 813-476-4837.
And are you encouraging vote by mail?
You know what, ever since President Obama ran for office, he said we want those ballots in the bank. So many voters who are, it is their intention to get to the polls, but something happens. They have to go out of town. They go in the hospital. Something unforeseen stops them from getting to the polls. So we want those people to have that ballot in the house. If they need help, we're going to help them, and we want it in the mail, or we want them to go to early voting. But we want that vote by mail ballot in the house.
Mm-hmm. So, Angela, what do you say to someone that is somewhat of afraid of the vote by mail because of this talk about fraud, voters registration fraud, voters fraud? Will they get the ballot? Will it be counted if I mail it in? All of these different things. And I listened to President Trump talk about voters fraud. So what do you say to people when they say, well, will they get my ballot? If I put it in the mail, will it get to the supervisor of the elections office?
Well, let me assure all of our voters, no matter what party you're in, we have a great supervisor of elections. We're very fortunate. It's a great website. He's on top of everything. Um, you can track your ballot. If you have any, you think, oh wow, I wonder if my ballot got there. He's sending out emails to let people know the ballot was received. You can always check to see if your ballot was received. Or you can take that vote by mail ballot and you can walk it into your polling location, whether it's your early voting or your polling site on election day. So there's so many ways you can assure that your ballot gets in.
Right. And you did say the tracking. So that is very important to people, that if they have a concern, that they can track their ballots.
Yes, they can.
Think,
and if you give them an email, they'll send you an email.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Good to know. And people that are walking up election day, early voting, what is it that they need to be able to vote? What's needed?
Okay, I want to tell you something that happened to me. They took my married name off of my driver's license because I was not able to present my marriage license. So I had to send for my marriage license up from over 40 years ago to get my name put back on my driver's license. So for those who are renewing your driver's license, please be aware you're going to have to show a birth certificate. You're going to have, or a passport. And if you are a married woman, you are going to have to show your marriage license. This is all forms of voter suppression. That's what it's all about.
So give me that again. If you have married and your license have your married name on it now, as of what, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago?
When they get you is when it's your time for renewal. Okay. Driver's license renewal, yes, which is approximately every 10 years. I think as you get older, it could be 8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you can use your passport if you have one.
Yes, you can. And 50% of all Americans don't have a passport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but as a matter of fact, I got mine about, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. Even if it's expired, it does show that you're a citizen, and also a birth certificate shows. But some people are like my mother. I don't think we have a birth certificate for her. She was born in 1925. But it's for the older people, it can be an issue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Thank you so much. And if you're just joining us, I have on with me Angela Birdsong. She is the president of the local Hillsborough Democratic Black Caucus right here in Tampa, and has been doing amazing things in the city, making sure that she's getting all of the information out We are right at early voting. Voting starts August 3rd through the 16th, and election day is August 13th. Angela, you know
18.
what this
One
right
eight.
here, 18th, correct. This is one of the things that concern me, is making sure that people do not wait to election day, because we know here in the city of Tampa it may be raining all day. We may have a hurricane coming on August 18th, that one day. So waiting for that one day. I remember a day when we had a storm coming and people did not go out to early vote, and just go and get it over with. If you're out and about, if you're coming home from work, just go between that window. What do you say about that?
Well, of course, first I'm going to tell you, get that vote by mail. I've had many people have told me they have voted already. As soon as that vote by mail comes in, they know who they're voting for and they put it in the mail. So they have voted already. The next option, of course, is early voting. We want everyone to vote as early as possible because, as you just said, we cannot foresee the future. Many well intentioned voters never got to the polls because they broke a leg, someone passed away, or someone died, or someone
Mhm.
got ill, a family member got ill. They have to leave the county. So we want you to vote as early as you possibly can.
Right, right. I want to say, Angela, you're a big fan here on Tea and Conversation. You have Sarah Keller is on saying good morning. Kimberly DeFalco on this morning saying hello. Daryl DJ Jones, my husband, is on this morning. He says good morning from the SEC Media Days downtown Tampa over at the Waterside Marriott, having a really amazing event going on over there all week long. And we
Good.
see that the one of the fraternities is also here in our great
I
city
believe
as
The
well.
Zetas in town, I believe.
Right, sororities. I'm sorry. Yes, they're in town, and I just saw yellow everywhere in Ybor, yellow all over downtown
Yellow
Tampa.
and
It
blue,
is
a lot
amazing.
of blue.
Yes, yes, it is amazing how the
My
city
favorite color.
listen at you. It's amazing how the city, I saw like 4 or 5 big organizations events going on in the city. Tampa is absolutely amazing, amazing.
Oh, I do want to
Let
talk
me.
about one thing because, okay, go.
Okay,
Did you have a question? I
yeah,
just
I
wanted to
wanted to.
bring up the idea of Black people becoming independents. That
Go
is
ahead.
also a vote. Yes, that is also a form of voter suppression. When you live in a closed primary state like Florida, you are automatically taking your vote, your chance to vote for a lot, especially if our black candidates, to get them out of that primary. If you are independent, you can only vote for school board, which is nonpartisan, judges, nonpartisan, and if we happen to have a universal primary where everybody is from one party. But you can't vote for Tawanda Bradley or Gwen Myers.
Mhm.
None of those races that are for, we have black Democrats, you can't vote for them if you're an independent. So consider that.
Mhm.
Pick a
Yeah. Well,
party.
yeah, I've been an independent for many years, and it really has not really bothered me that I can't, because going into the general really makes a difference for me. I don't flip my party back and forth either. Um, and
But
we have
especially young
all
people,
hmm
I want to encourage young people to pick a party because we need your vote. When we're trying to get our black people elected, we need your vote. So if
hmm
you are telling you're standing down when we need you the most in the primary, it hurts black people.
hmm hmm Well, okay, because you and I
That's who
know
I
one
care
another.
about.
Yeah,
I
you
care
and
about
I.
our black electeds. Yeah.
Yeah, you and I know each other, and we get into
Yeah.
some long conversation. I can talk to you from here to Orlando, and we can talk about election. And then I'll say, "Love you, girl." You say, "Love you back," and we'll, we just
Keep it
go.
going.
So
I mean,
yeah, keep going.
we all have different objectives, and but
Yes,
I want to get Black people elected.
yes, yes, and yes. Let me ask you, because the Hillsborough Democratic Black Caucus decided not to put out a slate, and that's not the first time that the Democratic Black Caucus has not put out a slate. And if you want to talk about that, elaborate on why or why not putting out a slate for the people, because we know that a number of other organizations puts out a slate. The Florida Sentinel have been putting out a slate for years, and it came out also on yesterday.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to be very transparent about this. First of all, we are a caucus, and we are allowed to endorse. Unlike the Democratic Party, the DEC cannot endorse during primaries. They cannot pick one favorite child. Um, but we do feel that during the primary season is when we can be most effective. And that's why we did the candidate forum, and also we did a questionnaire. Now, what happened was the candidate questionnaire was closed down. And I told several candidates, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to answer our questionnaire because we need time to put together our slate card and get it out before people start voting, before the ballots drop. Well, our first vice president decided that he had a candidate that was a friend of his, and he wanted us to stop the whole process, get that questionnaire to the candidate because she said she didn't get it. Meanwhile, the other candidates that I told in some very consequential elections, I had told them no. So I said, look, we're just going to shut it down because I understand. I'm very upset because every club, every caucus, every union can get their candidate, and the paper and the newspaper can get out their slate card, but we just couldn't do it.
Mhm.
And I'm
So
sorry
it
for that.
sounds like, yeah, it sounds like to me you want it to be fair.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's move on from that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Angie Dixon.
Okay.
Angie Dixon in Jacksonville area. I follow Angie Dixon. I share her information as well. I think she's amazing. I like her tenacity. I like her drive. I like her push. I like her passion um, on the campaign trail. So, what do you say about Angie Dixon? I'm not sure if the Democratic Black National Caucus, if the Florida Democratic Black Caucus, if they endorsed her, or anybody of any significance has endorsed Angie Dixon, because I'm paying
Okay, well,
attention.
let me just tell you that the Hillsborough Democratic Black Caucus cannot endorse on the statewide level. Okay,
Okay.
and
Mhm.
however the state caucus can endorse, and we are voting as presidents right now.
Okay.
So, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to endorse Angie on the state level. And I saw her at Leadership Blue, which is our big Democratic Party
Mhm.
conference last weekend. I gave her a big hug and let her know that anytime she's in Hillsborough County, we certainly would love to have her at one of our meetings. I was hoping she could make it to the forum, but the only statewide candidates that were able to do it was Gwen Graham for lieutenant governor. She popped in,
Mhm.
and Earl Ford, an African American running for chief financial officer. So
Right.
those were the statewide candidates who were able to actually have at the forum. But we love
Well,
Angie.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It's funny to me how sometimes, uh, we want people to have passion, drive, um, and I'm always curious to know if they really want people that speak up and speak out, because speak up and speak out is important to me. It tells me a lot more about the person and their drive and what they may or may not do once they are elected in those seats. Watching Angie when she was in um, in Tallahassee, and she was um, in the space, and she spoke out. She had her bullhorn, and she said, and I'm just only paraphrasing this: "Enough is enough."
Mhm.
And for her to do the sit-in, that takes a lot of will. It takes a lot of
Yes, and
passion,
courage. Yes, yes.
a lot
Most
of
of us are not
courage.
going to get arrested for the cause, but he is.
Correct. And most people do not have courage.
Yes,
Do
yes.
not have it. Most people go along to get along, and that's it.
That is correct. I'm sure you know what's. We always have to remember that Black candidates, especially running statewide, have a big nut to crack. I don't even think that Byron Donalds is going to get elected as a Black man in Florida, but we appreciate her voice. Whether she wins or loses, we appreciate what she has to say,
Yeah.
especially at this
And
time.
correct. Even with Byron Donaldson, a Black man, I don't believe, and you're hearing it here, I don't believe that white folk will go in there and vote for him, no matter who's endorsed him. President Trump has endorsed him. I think they'll go in there, even with their eyes closed, and vote for the other versus voting for
You and
him.
I
I don't
are
think.
in agreement with that. I mean, we have some serious white racists in Florida. This is still the South,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they ain't doing it. That's my opinion.
He can be number one all the way to election day on the television, on the paper.
Mhm.
But when it
Mhm.
comes to voting, he may win it, but I definitely do not believe it
I don't
at
see it.
all.
And Jolly is steadily moving up in the polls. He's got a beautiful blonde wife and lovely family. He's a moderate. Um, he looks good on paper. He looks good on camera. So yeah, they're either going to stay home or vote for him. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
Charlie. Yeah, yeah, Charlie. Yeah. So
Jolly, yes, Jolly.
and these people, they go from Republicans to Democrat to Republican. So you don't really know. I just don't know how you have been a Republican forever, and then changed to be a Democrat. You've been a Democrat for the last 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. It's
Well,
just
what's
all over the place.
happening is if you're not MAGA, they basically throw you out. There is no home for person who is not MAGA in the Republican Party. Yeah, either you go along to get along or you got to leave.
Right, right.
Yeah. So
One of
and
your biggest.
he did a very good thing by putting a white woman on the ticket who's a diehard Democrat. Her father's a former
Oh,
governor. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gwen
yeah,
Grange. She's a diehard Democrat. Hmm.
yeah. Yeah,
The white women don't like that.
I was with Andrew Gillum over her when she ran for governor. You have one of your favorite fans just jumped on with us. Jarvis
Ooh,
Elamine says good morning
yes,
as
I love.
well.
Thank you, Jarvis. He was my former
Yeah,
campaign manager. I
yeah,
still respect him.
yes, he's absolutely amazing, very connected to our community, knows politics like the back of his hand. And if anybody's ever running for office, you definitely want to bring him on as a consultant somewhere. We have a number of these mayor candidates that really need to bring him on and use his talent because he's absolutely amazing. Bring him on to get these.
Oh, I do want to let you know that the Democratic Black Caucus has our general meetings every second Thursday, 6 o'clock at C. Blythe Andrews Library. And we also will be having our phone bank this weekend. It's usually third Saturday, but because of Leadership Blue Democratic Party Conference, it will be this Saturday. And we have a lovely woman who opens up her school to us, East Side Preparatory School on Orient
Mhm.
Road, right near the
Yeah,
casino, 5708 Orient. And from 10 to 1, we just call our Black voters. We believe in continuous contact with our Black voters. We never stop.
Yeah. Big shout out to Miss Donaldson at Eastside Preparatory Academy. My grandson went to that school. That's amazing school as well. Phone
Amazing.
banking is, yes, phone banking is this weekend, correct?
Correct. From 10 o'clock in the morning till 1. Anytime you can give us, we'll take it. Little breakfast will be there waiting for you. And you're going to love talking to your Black voters, Black constituents. They are so happy to hear from you.
Angela, if you will, give us a phone number or contact. So if someone out there want to get involved this weekend with the phone banking or anything else that you have going on.
Okay, so my phone number is 813-476-4837. And you can always find the Black Caucus online, including a whole videotape of our entire candidate forum is on there. hcdbc.org. It's just our initials for Hillsborough County Democratic Black Caucus. You can donate on that site. You can become a member. It's $60 for the whole year. And guess what? You get all of our information and you get to vote for officers. And I will be terming out next year. We need a new president.
So your term is how long?
I have done a total of 4, 2
Okay.
2 years consecutively, each one.
Okay. Sounds good. And if you're just joining us, I have on with me Angela Birdsong. She's the president of the Hillsborough Democratic Black Caucus and has been doing amazing things throughout her tenure with the caucus. And if you have not been following her or the caucus page, you should, because there's a lot of great information that she has been sharing. We have our election coming up on August 3rd through August 16th, and the election day is August 18th, correct?
Yes. And I'm so happy because we have some awesome Democrats on the ticket. We also have Colonel Darren McCauley, who's an Air Force doctor, and he has a lovely family, spectacular record. He's raised over $600,000. We see a great future for him. We also have Earl Ford running for chief financial officer on the state level, and yes, he's a veteran. Also worked for the IRS. Another great candidate. We see a big future for. So yes, we got some great offerings this year.
Mm-hmm. Are there any last words that you want to give? You know what, Angela, hold on a second. Are there any upcoming events coming up between now and election day? Anything other than the phone banking?
No, not between now and election day. We'll hope to see you at the polls. That's where we want to see you. And then, of course, we'll be going right into the mayoral races and city council. They'll be coming up very quickly. We're going to have the it's going to be Christmas, and then it's going to be, candidate season.
Yeah. And, Angela, I always tell people there's nothing like politics in Hillsborough County. There's nothing like political races, candidates like in the city of Tampa. It is always exciting. And people will tell me all the time, oh my God, I can't wait till this one is over. Then the next year we think, oh my God, I just cannot wait till this one is over. And it's always exciting.
There's always something going on. And I tell you, another good reason to have your vote by mail ballot is because we have special elections that pop up. We had a lady pass away in office last year, Gwen Henderson, right? We had another special election with Senator Brian Nathan, because the governor of Florida took Jay Collins out of his seat. Bam, there was an open seat there, and we were able to flip that from red to blue. So make sure you have your vote by mail, because you will not know when a special election is coming up. It's the hardest thing we have to do is to
Right.
get people to vote during a special election.
Right. How many candidates are there so far for mayor? Do you know right off?
About 16. A lot, a
Wow.
lot.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. People, a lot of people we've never heard of. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's going to
And
be interesting.
yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting going forward. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Angela Birdsong, the president of the Hillsborough County Democratic Black Caucus here in the city. If you guys need any information, you can definitely, they can follow you on social media platforms as well, Angela.
Yes. HCDBC or Hillsborough Democratic Black Caucus. You can look us up online. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
But we're
thank you.
trying to get the word out. Keep voting.
Mhm. That's that's Angela Birdsong. Keep voting. And Angela Birdsong say, vote black candidates. Got to put that one in there, Angela.
And vote blue. We don't want Byron.
And
We
she
don't
says,
want Byron.
she says, now she says, and vote blue.
No Byron.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining
Okay.
me this morning. Thank you so much, everyone, for
Thank you
spending
for having
time
me.
with us here this morning on Tea and Conversation. I hope today's discussion gave you something to think about, something to share, and something to carry with you. Remember, every conversation has a powerful education, inspiring, and where we can come together with good conversation. God bless you all for joining in, and I will see you next time on Tea and Conversation Live. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Peace.